and sane.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome to Colorless Oranges, where I share my experience to help better yours. I can't really see myself today, y'all, so I don't know. We've been trying to play with the vibes, with the scene over here. But anyways, I am your host, Sydney Hyatt, and today we're talking structure. What does it make you think of? How does it make you feel? This angers me to my core. I feel like this is a very important topic that we don't speak enough on, and it stresses me out. I am very interested in knowing what this makes you think of, because for me, structure is a key point in our lives, whether that's daily, yearly, every second of the day. A structure is important. There is a structure at play. When you're scrolling on your phone, when you wake up in the morning, what you do when you wake up, how it is that you go to sleep, what do you do throughout the day, it's very important. There's different ways that I could take this conversation. I feel like the most important way to take it is where we are today in life. I'm not trying to sit here and tell you that, you need a routine in the morning and in the nighttime. You do what works best for you, because as we all realize, not everybody is the exact same. I think that our society is lagging or lacking. Our society is lacking a moral lag. Moral, if you're unsure, it's concerned with principles of right and wrong. Your morals are what tells you you shouldn't kill and you should buy. I think that having a lag is something that keeps you between from one place to another. It's how we fall behind just enough to keep ourselves safe and ready for the future. I think that all of the things that we have set in place, like our laws and the constitution and how much money everybody makes and what the minimum wage is and everything, is just morally wrong. That's my opinion. Opinions are cheap. Don't come at me. I just think we need to pause, reflect, and change. I think that the way that we're going, sure, let AI take all of our jobs. That's fine. Then what are we gonna do after that? It's like everybody's just so scared that we're not gonna have jobs, but why do we have jobs in the fucking first place? I know that we need an economy. I know that we need to move forward, but I think that something really insane to think about is that the media is the center of our world, of the entire world. Like, it's not machinery, it's not trains, it's not cars, it's not food, it's media. We're spending billions of dollars on making movies that aren't even about our lives. We're making Marvel our top one priority versus, healthcare. And okay, like, I see that all of this is wrong, and like they always say, let's have a worse economy. Let's let the economy come down. There is advantages to it, but the advantage is not for us. It's not for anybody that's trying to be in the middle grounds. And middle grounds, I mean, like, instead of, being extremely poor or just able to get by yourself, it's not the 1% of here's trillions of dollars and everybody else is poor. Like, people who want to be in the middle, it's just never going to happen with the way that we are and with the way that we're going. I don't know why there isn't enough conversation on it. I don't know why no one talks about it. I don't know why it's so weird to even voice your opinion on the media. And I think it's so ironic that I study this, because you would think that I'm doing this to pursue a career in it. And I thought I did as well, up until a point where I realized this isn't going anywhere. As high as it's going, it will crash, because everything does fall and the media will fall soon. Whether that's in my lifetime or not, it's still soon for the way that it came up, anyways. It's only like 15 years old, anyways. I'm talking about our terms, our Instagrams, our TikToks, and stuff like that. I know we always had newspapers and radio and all of it. I think what frustrates me the most is that we still follow rules that don't pertain to the society that we're in. Our constitution, like, nobody stops and says, like, maybe we need something new. Like, we're just all following things from people that don't have the knowledge of what our society needs and how can we live to make it better. It's like how the writers had the strike and stuff, and they were able to, get just pay, when in all actuality, like, these people before were getting paid what people that had 3 years locked in with a company, 22 episodes a year, and making, let's say, just for example, $1 million per year. We're still getting 3 seasons. We're getting maybe 8, 10 episodes, 12 episodes. And these people are cranking it out in what, 3 months? So they're not getting $1 million, they're getting whatever, $200,000, which $200,000 for the type of content that they're making so quickly might be a lot. That's not the point. The point is, I feel like there are rules that we have in place that aren't meant to help us, to benefit us, to help us move forward, to get us to where we need to go, to the future. Like, our minds and our things that we have in place aren't taking us nowhere, but keeping us stagnant. Just like, I feel like every time bring something new to, let's say, to a company, right? They always go with the safest bet. And I understand that we have a point where we have to take the safe route, like minimize risk as much as possible and all of those things. I get it. But they consolidated most of our channels, right? Like, we don't have, I mean, we have the illusion of option and choice and stuff, but us not having any more NBC and ABC at certain times, they want to run all day long, and they want to showcase things all day long, trying to get the most that they can from us, most watch time, most money, put out the most ads and all of this stuff. And we yet have the ability to get anywhere with it. The fact that we need the ability to predict that this show is going to give us $60 million is what's causing us, like, lack of newness, lack of futuristic things. Like, most people in the 80s thought that by this time we would have cars that fly, and of course we don't, but we do have Instagram. And you would think, like, being able to be so close to somebody that's on the other side and share our opinions and stuff like that, like, more things would be happening. But we're not. Nothing is happening. Nothing is changing. Everything is the exact same. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like if the people from back then would look at us now, it would be like, you guys are idiots. How are you following this list of rules made, who's so narcissistic, who's so egotistical, who has a fucking monument of their dumbass faces fucking plastered somewhere for what? What was the reason of that? And why do we keep it up? Why is Mount Rushmore still open? Like, why is this a thing? I just don't get it. I wish we would just change, make things that made sense for our society, made things that could help us, keep us sane, like, obviously if we kill somebody, they have to go to jail. Yes, I get that. The bare minimum is what we are making seem like it's suffice. Like, it does not. There is a scarcity in the world, and like, there is no change and nothing is happening. And no one is doing anything about it. I don't care about your favorite activist. I don't care about who is saying what. There isn't actual change happening. You would think by now in 2020, like, something would have changed. Nothing did. They prolonged us staying home so that they can make more money. It's just like, I don't know. I don't know how or what any of us are going to do to change this, to change our circumstances, to make anew. This topic really started for me because the other day I was cleaning and I was letting my phone shuffle and play whatever I wanted to. And like, the intro to Who Will Survive in America by Kanye West played. And the preacher was saying, he said, free doom. And I thought that was like mind blowing. I don't know why. Because I never looked at the word freedom as free doom. It's the ability to walk ourselves into our own pit of hell, the fact that we're able to walk ourselves into debt, because that's how everything is structured. There isn't anything more to life to us than just spending time with our families. Okay, our family is safe, so we feel safe. Now what do? We buy a house and we buy a car and we have these good jobs, and then what? Like, you just live your life like that. Like, that's it. And that's the structure that they've given us, like, you spend time, you watch TV with your family back then, before everything became individualized and everybody has a TV in their room or a computer in their hand. I'm looked to be less than because I'm in debt. Mind you, the country that I live in is in 25 point, no, what is it? $28.05 trillion of debt. It's $28.05 trillion in debt. But my little easy pass money. Oh, you should be ashamed of yourself. Get the fuck out of here. Fuck you. Fuck this shit. Honestly, fuck all of it. Like, I really don't see a point to any of it. I'm not suffering from existentialism, I promise. I just feel like we need to find a way out of this society, a way out of the normal things that we have allowed to happen in our day to day. Our constitution, politics, laws, whatever, rules, everything that's in place is actually lagging. You know, we're stuck in the 1700s and we're in 2024. I heard a quote from Samuel Morse, the guy that made Morse code. His first telegraph was, "What hath God wrought?" And I feel like that still applies to our day. Okay, the telegraph was made, fine. We need to get messages across to the world and stuff. But honestly, they could take it all back. If there isn't going to be a change in everything that we're going through, then I feel like it should just all be taken back. Keep us away from this technology. Because, okay, like AIs take over our jobs and maybe we won't need jobs because we'll have a life that we can eat for free, be taken care of. I don't know. I don't know how this world would look. I'm not saying that I have all the fucking answers. I'm just saying that I wish there was more ways to change and I wish change would come about. I feel like most people are aware of the five major companies that we have. So I don't really feel the need to say it, but GAFA, it's a real thing. There is no choice. You think you have choice, but you really don't. And that is what kind of bothers me. I'm a person that likes freedom. I like the ability to do what I want to do. Certain things. I'm not saying I want to roam around and do crazy things and purge. Like, no, I'm saying have the ability to live comfortably. I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about I don't want to be in a 4x4. I don't want to have to ration. Like, we shouldn't. The world is too big. Like, what are we here for? If everybody's goal is just to give money to one another and make sure that their families are okay and safe, then like what's the point of everybody else? Like, that's just where I'm at today, where I'm at these days. However you feel, I would love to hear about it. I think it's important that we have conversations. And if you think I'm crazy, you think I'm crazy. I sound bitter, but it's mostly because I realized that there is no getting out of this. The only happiness that ever exists for most people is when we're on vacation. And that's extremely sad. We should be happy at home. We should work like 2 fucking days and still be able to have a fucking living. Like, and I'm not saying that there's people out there who don't enjoy what they do or don't want the way things are, but if the goal is to kill all of us and make our bodies just like decay quicker and make life expectancy back to 30, then they're doing a great job at it. I also heard this word called prosumers, which it's people who are producing and also consumers. So basically, I think I would be a prosumer. I produce my own content, but I also consume. Anybody that creates anything but also consumes it at the same time. Not most people are prosumers. I think most people are consumers. I don't know. Viva la revolución. Anyways, thank you guys for taking the time to learn with me, to get better. I appreciate you watching this video and listening to me have a conversation about something that I'm sure you've thought of and you never said anything about, but it's fine. That's what I'm here for. Any questions, any comments, leave them down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you and you in the back soon. Stay orange.